Hey everybody, welcome to Trendy Trading. Let's go ahead and look at ticker symbol TSLA. If you did not have time to check out our Apple review from last week, please do so. It did very, very well, very profitable. Now looking at Tesla, this is my pick of the week. There's a lot of eyes on it, but there's also some levels that I want to cover. So let's go ahead and do that. We're starting here with the weekly. This was a chart that I first sent out just over a week ago, and I said with the title, maybe, maybe not. Price came into our green box or a level of demand. Prices then pushed up. We had this engulfing candle. This is not a well, this is a very common candle across the board for most stocks this past week. And the question is whether or not they're going to digest, right? So if we get a gap up, I'm saying be careful as we may be gapping up into resistance and then we kind of fade from there. If we gap down, we want to be looking at levels where we might want to get long. If you're not currently in this trade yet, I think that both of those levels are very important to be patient and wait on. That's just my opinion. Let's go ahead and get started. So the weekly, what I'm looking at is this pressure here. There's some selling pressure right in here. Okay, so my level that I had for a target here is at or around 937.83. I am currently already in this trade, but this is what I'm looking for. Most likely, if we can move above here, 937.83, I'm looking for a bigger move towards this level here of 1,000, that round number of 1,000. All right, now let's go ahead and move over here into the daily. This is what it looks like. Prices went from red to white. We did break above the EMA cloud. Notice that price is moving. Sorry about that. I'm going to have to move that back. Price is moving towards the trendy edge. Trendy edges are resistance until proven otherwise. They are there to identify past supply and demand. So prices above or edges above are supply, edges below or our demand. Notice that I have a 23.6 to 38.2%. All I'm doing is identifying this current trend that we have right here, placing some fibs on it and looking for these levels. If for some reason we gap down or the market maybe digests and moves back to 1 to 2 days, this is where I'd be looking at buying Tesla again. So this is going to be that first level. That is very important. Let's go ahead and put a box over it. I just want to demonstrate what I would be looking for if prices were to pull back. If prices were to pull back here, I'm looking at taking the buy. Once we reclaim out of these levels, my stops go in, and then I'm looking to trade it back to the upside. So you get something that looks like this. All right. Now, if we gap up tomorrow, and prices move into this purple line over here, 919.77, be cautious, okay? I would expect a pullback in the morning for maybe 1 to 2 hours, and perhaps it could continue pulling back into this level, okay? So what I want you to do with your fibs is you're simply going to take this and move it up into that edge, and now your numbers change a little bit, okay? And then this now becomes your support after it rejects here. Long term, I stay in the trade as long as we can stay above this cloud and this level, okay? Notice how it's confluent with the cloud here, all right? Short term, I'm looking at trimming or getting out if we get to this level and we can't break above it. Now, there is a possibility if we gap up into the trendy level, but we get above it. This is how I want to approach that. Let me go ahead and draw this out for you. If price pushes up above this level, this then becomes my line in the sand. As long as price can stay above there, I want to stay in the trade and look for levels that I just pointed out, which are going to be 937. Above that, I want you to look up and to the left. Notice that we have a trendy sell signal in here. This is just identifying a little bit of level of supply. So my next target, let's go ahead and clone that, is going to be up here towards there. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to get right before that level. I'm going to use this wick and I'm going to use this wick. Notice my crosshairs. Okay, notice how I'm touching here and I'm touching there. So this is going to be my next target at 986. Okay, 986. All right. So again, caution at around 919.77 if we gap up there. But if we can hold, look for 937. Above 937 later on in the week, we could see 986. Far as value is concerned right now, we bring this down into the pivot high where we closed on Friday. These numbers here are going to be the levels where I want to get long again, or maybe even add into my position. Let's see here. On my particular position, I still have 25 days until expiration. So again, I want this area to hold. If we gap up into the purple level, I'm just going to take these fibs, move them up to here, and that's just going to change by that much, okay? So for right now, we're right here at around 872. If we're up here, around 881 or so, all right? But basically, your support is at around 880 down to 860, all right? All right. Far as expiration goes, I personally like spreads with this. If I'm buying weekly out of the money, I'm looking for the top of this purple box at around 950. Okay, 950. Again, if price pulls back to here, I like it into 950. If price can stay above the purple line, I'm looking for 986 to 1000. Those are my targets. All right. Again, I'm 25 days out. How you approach that with expiration is up to you and according to your risk tolerance. Again, this is the blueprint that I'm using. You can see the levels. You can see how well they react off of the levels. These are the levels I'll be using for Tesla going into this week. The bigger picture, folks, is if this thing can really get going, 1024 up into 1163. You guys have a great day. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Don't forget to check us out at trendytrading.co. We do have an awesome special going on, $5 for 7 days at Trendy Trading. That's live brokerage trades straight from my brokerage account to the room in milliseconds. Education on the mic. All of this very live for you. Everything is very transparent. Can't wait to see you there. Have a nice day.